Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. This will be taken in at the one. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And we run out by a third-round pick back in 2018 out of Oklahoma State. It's Mason Rudolph.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Ready! 90, Wolf! I got it! Watch out! Fire!
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonko. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw. Got his man, Ronnie Anderson. And he's got it on first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 36. A check on the numbers receiving for Anderson last week. 5 catches, 86 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll get you in.
There's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And this offense is good with tight ends involved. They can move the football. A nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Ready!
From the red zone now, Rudolph. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Lawrence Guy busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. When you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now then the Phillies got him set up with a first and goal. And he'll be brought down. That's a face mask. Certainly looked like it indeed.
Face
Here
mask.
come the flags.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's ball. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, but it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put on the shutout.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just
He's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because if he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball away.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I would hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is. That tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. But it'll be second down. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
So let's all work together on this one, because it's natural to just watch the football. I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line. The center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
That one good for 13 and a New England first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it. You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, is working really well.
Now on first down play, it's Michelle. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Ready? 60 out, dog. 16. You don't want nothing. Get ready.
On second down, Michelle. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. A look now at the defensive starters for the Jets. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
It feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And New York set to take the field. They had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. Everyone happy about the 3-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that is up for the contract time. You could have kept that one.
Super tall.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now it's Rudolph. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And with a dime left on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially 3 blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Get it.
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
On the set. Let's go.
These two teams all tied after one.
Ready up.
Now a first down carry by Madden. They'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run. Sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though it completed the pass. What does it say? Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them in contract time.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make a 1 receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down now, Michelle. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They're going to look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he turned it into much more.
On 2nd down, Michelle and the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Check line 54. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw.
Give me some.
His man there complete to Gallup. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They stop him from the 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. Believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity. That's our bread and butter. That's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull it.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. And that'll be incomplete. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in, but it'll be second and goal.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want to draw their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Lawrence Guy able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breaks on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Rudolph. A screen to Bell. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
I got you.
Now. Rudolph now to throw. That is incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And that'll make it third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Ready?
Out of the gun, Rudolph. It's hauled in by Dyson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That's it, baby.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. 53, Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
On first down, Rudolph. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Let's go. 8, read.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Shoot.
On first and 10, Rudolph. And Thomas has it. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Here we go. 60 or.
So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start in the NFC East. This one always a battle. New York taking on Washington. And it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. Ryan Switzer, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Devontae Freeman has a touchdown there. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Adam Thielen, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second?
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead. We resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
They're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far is a field goal. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Second and 10. And he fires one incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
To get a little more cushion.
At the 39.
Again, it's Bell. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, and give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now.
Here's Rudolph off play action. And Anderson's got it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Come on,
and he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40.
That's good.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Ready?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. Rudolph loses the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. 30. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6.
Makes the score Patriots 10, Jets 6. Will Lutz.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, eat. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Check it out, Reed.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. He's at the 30. And they will finally get him down. And now penalty flags coming in as well. And they might get half the distance here to boot. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Come on,
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
To try again after the sack. Rudolph caught by his tight end Wesco. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Come on, set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Get it. Right.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Open man here is Scott, complete. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
They have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat. But they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, it's going to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3s already put through the post.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
Here we go.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll give to Michelle running right. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for a sack. Well, they went with the nickel. They thrown an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, bringing the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Come on now, let's go.
Back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a one-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
At the 45-yard line.
Let's get it.
Big Griffin.
Rudolph looking to throw. Docks him with a grab over the middle. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a fancy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He's looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's second down. Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Now it's Rudolph. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. The Jets on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is third and 10. Here's Rudolph. This is Bell on the dump-off. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there.
They get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
There we go. That's a touchdown.
In for the score.
That's a touchdown right
and
there.
The Patriots, they add on to their lead. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Wants to look to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Patriots 17, Jets 9.
After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
We got this.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started. Nice gain. Got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The 30 as they come up second and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby.
Back to throw, Rudolph. And they're not able able to hook up there. Incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. Again, it's Rudolph. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Caught here by Bell. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Josh Doxson, his second touchdown on the season, as they now sit just a two-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the two-point conversion.
And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They're taking the from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs. Flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a third and 10. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Let's go!
At their own 20-yard line.
So the Jets now down by 2. A minute 47 on the clock. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. Rudolph now to throw. Rudolph loses the football. It's out.
Fumble on the play.
Clock running here under 90 seconds to go. Rudolph.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, first and 10 after roughing the passer.
Hey, let's get this.
They'll run it with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. He's back to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is fourth down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
A 45-yard attempt.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this will split the upright. It's right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still...
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New England Patriots and the Chicago Bears. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Ready! 18 Gator. 55. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Tight dog.
Now.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That's a good shot.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't. He still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Draw play, Cohen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
No chance.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week. He played just like that. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Bentley. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 39.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
On the ready.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
It's just, let's go.
Off the play fake. Bentley. Going left side, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Hey, I'm coming after you.
First down and run with Cohen. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Good job,
Give him 3 on first
D.
down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. Wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. And they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet, probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
This is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Here we go.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag it out to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to him because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold on to him.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So if they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Show an eight. Show an eight.
Kill.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Patriots.
Ready? 50, plant. Pilot, 64, weak.
Bandit. Rush in.
Go.
On first down, Michelle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get
Big Griffin.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go!
Their own 29-yard line.
is the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing on first down. Bentley. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And that's incomplete.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Marcus Davenport, first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
First down, New England.
Here we go, here we go.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Come on, fellas.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On the ground, this is Michelle. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
On the ball, come on.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world.
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Ready.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. They're going to look to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Let's go. We got this.
On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And I think the ball's out.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Baby!
On plays like this, where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Here's the 2nd and 7. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 4 on what ought to be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit, but first let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start up at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, and it's the Vikings who are out in front. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. From there, we take the trip across Lake Erie to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Cameron Meredith, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Patrick Mahomes has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second?
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football.
Come on now, let's go.
We focus our attention on the Bears defense now. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking.
Ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Flush to his right. And it's a fumble.
Fumble on the play. Recovered.
All day, baby, all day.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Gonna take a shot for Gallup. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield.
Holding.
Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Well, a good job shifting right, finding his target. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Bears. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Give a 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And it's Cohen. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game you expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
60 outlaw. 55, Mike. You gonna get this one? You think you gonna get this? Now.
On the draw, this is Cohen. And the the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On the ready.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches.
Ready, ready.
Second down and inches. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Riley Ridley, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have retaken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Patriots take over first.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go, let's go.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
Usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, check. Jam him, jam him, jam. Rock it. Go.
They'll set up to throw. Open man is Myers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Let's go.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, he came off of that guy. Deep guy. He came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Again, it's Michelle. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
I know you feel
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blow guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
It'll be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
crunch.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They're running it. It's Michelle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, pulled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. There to stop him was Rashawn Golden.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
Hey, orbit. Ready, ready.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Yeah.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a beautiful situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
There to stop him, Juwan Bentley. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Let's go, baby.
The Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Bentley. This one into the hands of Burton. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Pats will take over at their own 20. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Check the out. Check the out.
Big grip.
And it's Michel once again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Hustle.
7 yards there and a 1st down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. On the ground, Michel.
Run to the ball.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Check pass.
Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
3rd and
Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Hey, Zoo.
Now back to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Michael Gallup, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
So now the Bears down by 7, a minute 8 to go. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up first and 10.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Shoot.
Back to throw. The screen pass here to call it.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. He's got Burton here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. First down now, but then clock rolling. Back to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
Let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Hey, watch the slant. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. But it's going to be second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Off play action. Bentley. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Bentley. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
On 4th down, Bentley. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Patriots, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis,